Hey there, guys. It's Kage DQT coming at you with a review of Maam for today. So we're actually going to go over what makes Maam a solid unit. I would say I wouldn't put this unit as something we would use in the long term for anything. Maybe over 15 turns. 10 turns, 15, somewhere in that category. But I would say she's a pretty good unit overall. A lot of versatility. And we'll go over the why and the how. So for the first thing, we're going to look at her unique skill set, because she does indeed have a very unique skill set here. I mean, of course, she still has, the hero quest. She still has a hero ability that's a one-time use. That's not anything different. However, upon closer inspection, you could see that she has other abilities here that are only use based. There's no mana involved. I mean, you do have her generic ability where that is mana based, and you could, spam that off for a while with low cost. It's nothing crazy. But for her other abilities, they're only for a couple of goes. So you've got the healing ability that is a 4-turn use. You've got 4 use on her Sizz ability, and then upon closer inspection, even her activations only go for a couple of rounds as well. Upon further inspection, you've got the Tingle Shot, and that's only good for a couple of goes 4 times. And then you've got her Sizz counterattack, which is only good for a couple of times as well. So let's actually put this into use here. Let's get into the auto battler for the battle road and see if she'll actually showcase a couple of these moves for us here. We won't set it to auto, and we'll slow down the fight itself. So let me go ahead and put a couple of units in here. Let's throw in the tree, and let's throw in this guy for 7, just so we can see about showcasing off some of her abilities here. Okay, good. Take a look and see how she does here. So I believe we're able to see a good amount of her versatility in Battle Road 7. You may have noticed it before. Okay, we're actually going to put this down to fast. Let's see what happens here. Just put these offs. I cannot see at all with these goggles. It's like I'm sitting here like fucking Mr. Magoo and shit. Let's see if she actually does what she needs to do here. She can counterattack, she can do anything sexy. There we go. Solid counterattack, 531, not bad at all. We even get to showcase off her main ability, and of course I don't have it max skilled out yet, which is just how I am. I mean, if I'm gonna use her, I'll definitely plus 10 it, but we'll see for right now. Tracky's also no slouch. And it should be a KO here. 764. Okay. So let's see, what plus did I actually have for her on that to do 764 to Marquess? Let's take a look here. Let us see. It definitely wasn't a plus 10. I did not do a plus 10 for her. But let's go in here. I think it was a 6. I think it was overall. Oh no, I didn't plus it up at all. So that's 764. That was 0. That was her being, max level. Actually, I didn't even have. I did the auto, so I didn't even put her main weapon on. So let's try that. 764. Let's mess with that again. Let's go back in and take a look here and see. Let's play with that. Let's see if her gun makes a difference, because I do have some stats roll for Sizz. So I'm curious. So that was what, 764? Let's see what that actually does, or if the orb with the immense amount of wisdom is actually better. Let's see. I'm curious here. Took him out. Of course, these units are also overpowered as fuck at this point. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. $700. No. Okay. So the orb is actually, it really is better. Huh. Recommended isn't hateful on there. So I guess that orb has so much scaling to it that it really does a lot better than the gun. Although, let me double check that. Let me see here. Curious now. So this is type ability. I've got... Oh, because the only thing I have is spell potency for that weapon. Can I get anything to up just that potential damage for the finisher? Or I guess it doesn't make too much difference. But overall, not bad damage at all. Not bad damage for her. And this isn't exactly a hard unit by any stretch of the imagination to max awaken. I mean, let's take a look at her missions real quick here. So, I mean, in terms of the ease to get this unit up, level 90 for Awaken, 500 stages is nothing here because there's a lot of farming to go. Upgrading ability 100 times, doing the equipment, doing the battle road. Even the Disciples of Avon. This one is not particularly a hard EX fight. I mean, if you want to get all perfect clear, I guess you get a little bit more technical. But a lot of this is doable. I mean, I could see maybe some people having a little bit of trouble with Heinkel, getting to like 15. Maybe that would be a little bit of a bump. But ultimately, by the end of this event, you should have her to max awakening, even if you are a newer player. So, I mean, at the very least, you'll get her to 4 awakens. And, you'll be able to boost her up. And then getting her to max awakening is pretty easy. Unlike Human Form Baron, who is showing up soon, that is going to be a nightmare to get him awakened up. That is locked behind a lot of friendship quests and other things, getting those prerequisites set up. But overall, I'd say I'd give her like a solid 8, 9 in terms of just the performance, just the, performance of the unit, what it can do. The status ailment recovery is really nice. I mean, we didn't see it in that battle road there, but it was really nice. Counterattack's not bad. Again, this is not a unit where you want in a long-term fight. This isn't going to be something you're going to use in like Blossoming Door, 22, or any of those like longer-ended fights where you could see a problem. I mean, potentially, maybe she would be good for Viz. Let me see. Would she be pretty good for? Because you don't want to get any of these fights. Let's see. You can see here I'm so lazy I've never done anything past 9 on this guy, but let's see. I mean, yeah. I mean, this is... no. He's got light scissor resistance. Wouldn't it be a good fit? Would she be a good fit for any of these trials? Let's see. Even a Rochi, maybe? No, Rochi's all... let's see. She work here? No, I mean, wouldn't be usable in any of those trials. But she's definitely going to have a lot of uses for, like, again, shorter battles. I mean, she may even, if they do another Sizz week, she'll be good for a Sizz week, especially. I mean, you saw what she could do for the opener, 700 on a +0. I mean, if I was less lazy or wanted to mess with it more, I would plus up some of the stuff there, and we'd look at it more. But in terms of damage scaling, not a bad unit. But again, it's more of for more concise fights, more for like arena, more for shorter duration battles, stuff that isn't gonna go for a long time. So anything like 10 turns is ideal, because currently she doesn't have a way to replenish the rounds for the gun. I don't see anything there that we can use to actually regain any of these rounds for her. I mean, it's just not there. But she's got a heal, she's got offensive abilities, she's even got a knockback ability, which isn't bad. So she's got a nice tool set there. I mean, her healing leadership 10%'s nice. But I don't know. That not really too crazy about that. The battle start though isn't bad, because I mean it overlaps with using the special, so you get the boost for the special. That's pretty good in that regard, because I mean it does make it to where you have to use that special turn 2 to maximize out the most amount of damage for that ability, but it is what it is there. But again, this auto breakout, this is nice, because I mean, how many times have you done a fight where you've had to reset it because your guy got stunned? Your guy ended up getting just paralyzed, and then you had to reset the fight, and she could potentially undo that and put some RNG in your favor. So that that might not be a bad thing in itself. But we'll see. We'll see if we get any other use out of her in that regard. And then other than that, I mean, realistically, her strengths are pretty good. Whoosh and Frizz. Weak to bang, weak to crack. What is she weak to? Physical lock and stun. Huh. She's immune to spell lock, though. So she can't be spell locked at all. So it's impossible to spell lock her. I mean, in physical lock, what's that going to do? Just knock her pushback out? That she's probably not going to use until like after turn 10 if she has to, because she's out of moveset. So yeah, it's not bad at all. Not bad in that regard. Let's see how this scales. Let's go in and take a look here. Just see. We're going to do a little bit more in depth than usual. Let's see. I don't have the capabilities right here. So an extra 30%. Extra 30%. So, I mean, do like 9 something to that unit. It's not hateful. Not hateful at all. Just got her sizzle shot as well. Let's see what this scales to. 50%. That's pretty good. What does this scale to? Nothing too crazy. And then the heal goes up to 50%. So overall, not a bad unit. Not a bad unit at all. I mean, this isn't like Orochi where you've got to spend a ton of stamina to get, and you go out of your way. You're going to be working on other things while you get this unit. I mean, if you're invested in this event, you're going to be working towards those friendship levels to get the human form, Baron, Awakening Crystal. So there's other things here. You're going to be doing these other activities to get her anyway. So it's a lot of that. It kind of goes in tandem. So overall, again, this is a really, really good unit for how you go about getting it, and for how you can use this unit as well. Plus, this is one of those better battle roads where even if you don't have the gotcha units, like I just showcased, I don't have Die, I don't have Heineken, I don't even have Pop. There wasn't really too much of a problem getting through that stage. Mind you, I've got Blossomed Up Draki and a couple other things, but those are free units. You can power those up as you see fit, and they come in handy there and they help out. But anyway, wanted to get this out of the way. I think next I've got another video lined up at some point. I didn't want to go too crazy on them. I mean, I feel like making these videos here and there, but I just didn't want to either condense 2 into 1 or do 2 back to back. So I may do another one here tomorrow. We'll see. No promises. And then we'll have more as we get closer to the next leg of this event that's coming up on the 7th, because there's some other things here that are coming up. I'm really interested to see how the all-out battle is going to play out here. I'm assuming it's like Sorrow's Peak for this one down here, where we get to fight, Crocodile, Baron, Hadler, Flazard, and Heineken. But anyway, thank you again for watching. Take care, guys. See you around.